At Maji Mazuri Children's Home, you will find these children who are born both physically and mentally challenged. Some of them are orphans, and this is the only place they refer to as home. Others were abandoned at birth by their parents who, for reasons known to them, could not cope with their condition. They also found home in this center. Some have parents who are too ashamed to show them to the public and hence locked them in their houses, denying them the right to education and even social life. This is a clear sign of how the society still has a long way to go in appreciating the disabled persons.
We specialize in giving care and protection for children who are intellectually challenged and some who are physically challenged. We also take care of orphaned and vulnerable children, some affected and infected with HIV.
Mental disability is different from physical disability. Whereas the physically disabled persons can pursue their career, mentally disabled people can only learn basic skills like eating, personal grooming, and general cleaning, which takes a lot of time to learn, and unfortunately, not all can master all these skills. It is more difficult for those who are born both physically and mentally challenged.
We do not have a clear policy of exiting the children after attaining age 18 for many reasons. One of them being the government of Kenya, for now, also doesn't have a clear policy of where those children should be exited to. And I believe it is because most of the children tapped from and rescued from the slums do not have a home. Many of them don't even have their own people.
This is not to mean that these people are completely useless. With proper training and a lot of patience, care and love, they can learn how to clean and help around the house. This is, however, for a few cases, especially those that are mildly challenged.
The government has an obligation to respect and protect the rights of disabled people. There's a difference between other disabilities and mental disability, because a mentally disabled person can hardly do anything for himself or herself. That is understood.
One of the causes of mental retardation is heredity. Rispa, who is a resident in the institution, has mild mental illness. One of her 4 children are completely mentally challenged. Her granddaughter, who is a daughter to one of her mentally challenged children, is also mentally challenged. Other causes of mental retardation are chromosomal disorders that include Down syndrome. Even though it is a genetic disorder, 44 Down syndrome is most often not inherited and can occur in any child. However, it is more likely to occur when an elderly mother beyond the age of 35 gets pregnant.
We help them to gain a few of daily living skills, like dressing, like feeding themselves, like bathing themselves, like brushing their teeth, and I'm happy to say a lot of them that we have in the home are able to do that for themselves. And they even do their linen cleaning.
Iodine deficiency disorder, cretinism. Lack of adequate iodine from the mother restricts the growth of the brain of the fetus and leads to hypothyroidism. Babies with this problem have mental retardation, hearing impairment, and dwarfism. They may also have lethargy, coarse facial features, rough and dry skin, feeding problems, constipation, cold extremities, and neck swelling because of the enlargement of the thyroid gland. A severe form of this condition is called cretinism.
When a child cannot work because he is born with a difficult situation, or he gets meningitis when he is born. Now, for the parents, it's very, very heavy to support them, to support the child, to give him what he needs: physiotherapy, occupational therapy, how to feed them, how to keep them proper, and how to support them in their cognitive side, the knowledge, how to make for them children like normal children, social children.
In cases of physical or mental challenges, we have to make sure they pass through KISE, whereby they are assessed, then they bring that assessment letter to us. So if they are referred here, we take them, because we have to know the condition of the child before we admit.
Using hard substances like alcohol, nicotine, cocaine during early pregnancy affects the baby's brain development, leading to retardation. Exposure to harmful chemicals, pollutants, heavy metals, and harmful medication during early pregnancy can also cause retardation. When delivery becomes difficult, prolonged, or complicated, oxygen supply to the baby is diminished, and because brain is very sensitive to oxygen deprivation, this can result in brain damage, and such babies may have problems in development such as mental retardation or cerebral palsy. Severe birth prematurity can also cause retardation. Brain infections such as tuberculosis, meningitis can affect normal children and cause retardation. Early detection of mental disability can be managed, but if it is beyond managing, parents should understand that there is still life and such persons need care and protection.
Staff, they have enough knowledge to make the difference between an autistic child, which type of the autism it has, and how he can be supported in a subgroup with children like them. So we have different types of autism, different types of other mentally handicapped and physically handicapped. You cannot mix all those in the same group. So the teacher, they kept the group and they focused his support of those specific group. An autist child, he lives in his own world. He has difficulty to make contact with our world. He thinks different. His reaction, they are different. His expressions, his emotion is completely different. If you don't know how to support them, then he's still suffering in his closed world.
Such a child, we have first of all to have the background information of such a child from either the relatives or the parents if they are there, and if not that, we ourselves, because there are some who are brought here by police, maybe collected from the streets, and we have now to come in as their parents. So through that, we can now use our special teachers to go to Kise or any other place, and with a physiotherapist here also to do the assessment, because we can't just keep them here and we don't know what they're suffering from or how we can help them as either special teachers or a social worker.
Scott Hamilton said the only disability in life is bad attitude.
We want to change their disability to ability, and this is through the help of the special teachers that we have on the ground. And like the children in maximum class, they also have a special teacher who will start from taking a cup and feeding, maybe drinking porridge or taking tea. So they go from one stage to the other. We don't have to rush. We have what we call an objective of an individual child. Yeah? So by the end of 6 months, you have to have at least achieved something. Yeah? So we go from one stage to the other, and this is through the special teacher who is with them in class. And also we, as me as a social worker, I come in at least to either advise, recommend for the best interest of the child. Yeah.
Namkabo Werunga, GBS.